Welcome everybody. Today I'm going to tell you the books that I read in the month of September. I only read 2 books this month. Last month. Only 2. And I'm pretty happy with that. I usually read a lot more, but I really have been invested in other things also, like video games and everything, so I haven't been really reading that much, and also I've been working a lot too. So without further ado, I will get started. So the first book I completed in the month of September was a book on audiobook, and I'm only showing this book because I don't have a physical copy of this other one, the one that I read, because I read it on an audiobook and I have to get it for my collection. But I read Leah on the offbeat, so I'm just holding up the upside of the unrequited. So I'm just going to put it down now. And I read Leah, I listened to Leah on the offbeat, and I also rented or took out the library book from the library, and at times I would listen to it and read along, and times I would just listen to it while I was driving to work and everything. So, long story short about Leah on the Offbeat. It's the sequel to Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, but it follows the story of his friend Leah and her whole story about her sexuality and finding out who she is as a person. And it's now senior year instead of junior year, and we meet up with our wonderful friends again, like Simon and Bram and the whole cast, and meet new characters as well. And the book was phenomenal. I was laughing, I was crying from laughter, and I also cried a few times also. The person who the person who was the narrator for the audiobook was amazing, and I give it 5 out of 5 stars because I absolutely loved it. And I dare say I loved it more than Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. And if you haven't picked it up, you should. And that's that for Leah on the Offbeat. And then the next book that I read that took up the majority of the time that I was, the rest of the month was, I read 3 Dark Crowns. I listened to the audiobook and read along too. Cause once my time for the audiobook went away, I just picked up the book and just read it myself, and the plot twist in it is wonderful, and it's going down as one of my favorite series. I picked up One Dark Throne, and I'm currently reading that right now, and I'm just in love with it. If you don't know what 3 Dark Crones is, it's a dark tale of every generation a set of triplets are born, and they each have a gift or a magic that they can possess, and one has the ability to harness the elements, the other one can poison really well and ingest poison and not be harmed by it, and then the other can basically speak to animals and control animals and stuff like that. So they all live together until they're about, from what I can tell, 6 years of age, all grow up together, and then they get sent off to noble families that have that actually take care of that certain gift. So they'll be sent off to a naturalist area, which is the area for for the animals, and then an elemental area, which is people that deal with elements and stuff, and then the other one will stay in the capital where they learn how to poison. And the plot twist in this book and the gruesome acts of what these sisters have to do to one another just kept me enticed. And I usually read a few books at a time just so I can, like, you know, if I'm feeling something's a little too heavy, I could just go to something else. But I was fully immersed in this story, and I finished it, like, and I had to pick up the next book right away, and yeah. So those are the 2 books that I read for the month of September. As you can see, I have an ambitious October month to read, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great night. Have a good one. Bye!